Hello Pisces, welcome to Forces at Work Love Tarot reading. In Solaris Studio with me, Karo. This is one of the signature readings in my channel for the last 9 years in channel's history. Now I am bringing it back for the month of October 2025. It has actually a more vertical layout, but I will make it horizontal because of the space limitation. It's a very good one. It's a comprehensive one. It There are nearly 14 positions in it. I also offer it as a private reading option too, if you consider one. And I'm going to now present you the placements. So, Pisces friends, the first position is about your current state, your current situation. This is going to represent their current state, their current situation. This is going to represent what you want, and this is going to represent what they want. How do they feel about you, and how do you feel about them? What you need, what they need, your next move, their next move, your hopes and fears, their hopes and fears. We are also now picking the forces in between you, forces at work. So the card which gives its name to the title of this spread, and the outcome of those forces, like a relationship outcome. So to understand where you are heading towards for the month of October. Of course, these spreads, they can always adjust it according to your own spatial needs, regards to your situations you will bring. They can be tailored accordingly too, with additional, by the way, with a lot of cards and decks actually. But just now we don't have that much time, so I'm gonna keep it very, how to say, neat and tight. Now let's clarify these cards. Okay, I'm gonna now drop the clarifications. I'm always very happy to bring this reading because it really gives a full comprehensive understanding for relationships. First, excuse me, to understand, first you need to locate yourself rather than the other person. Once you locate yourself, you can prepare yourself for the coming times. That's why this is like a good map, if you ask me. Now, to the what you need part, I have also some, this what you need part has a spiritual undertone. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some angel cards for that position for you and for them. Again, with other decks, this reading is like super comprehensive, but for now we will be doing these. So let me know if you interested in one. Check the description box for reading options with me. Okay, Pisces friends. Now let's begin. Pisces friends for October 2025. Pisces current state, current situation. We have the Eight of Wands and Dispiacere reversed. Their current state, current situation. We have the Two of Pentacles and Gran Consolazione. Okay. Okay, what do we see here? Your current state. I feel like a very fast-paced energy is surrounding you, and it's like you have to move with it. Um, this to me feels like this October you will pick up speed. And if there were some procrastinations and delays, you're gonna find communication and momentum actually flowing. Um, well, of course, while moving, um, things may not feel as so much satisfied as it should. You may feel things happening quickly, but it's like, yeah, do things, but I don't have so much enjoyment inside of me. Yeah, I do it. I proceed, but can't currently have joy or like a complete fulfillment. It's like I'm very busy, it's not so happy. Happiness, of course, like it's a momentum. Their energy, their current state, current situation, they are juggling a lot of things. This person is juggling a lot of things. They are trying to keep things in flow in their life. Why do they do this? Because there is a they are in a position of gain. They are in a position of reward. They want comfort. They might look successful. They may seem like getting what they want, but juggling energy is not entirely a stable energy. Like they have to manage multiple priorities, and yeah, they can though still enjoy material and emotional rewards for it. Are they settled around these times? Not really, not yet, I can say. Yes, you are moving fast, but not really feeling the joy. They are more of like a balancing, external rewards and comfort energy. So next message is what you want, your intention, motivation, Pisces. We have Nine of Wands and Melancholia. Their what they want, their intention and motivation is. We have the Knight of Pentacles with La Riunione. Okay, so what you want, your intention, motivation. Mm, to me, there is a sense of defensiveness here. Like your guard is really up. Your guard is really up. And why? Because you have been through battles. Um, and you have been building a lot of resilience with it. However, there is a shadow of sadness. There is a shadow of disappointment behind this. Uh, your motivation is more like I don't want to get hurt again. So better for me to defend my boundaries. But deep down, actually, you long for healing, you long for deep down connection. However, this is you who is motivated for self-preservation, with a bit touch of longing for what's been lost. And meanwhile, what they want and their motivation. Okay, now this person wants a steady progress. Knight of Pentacles. They want slow, consistent effort, but slow. They may be motivated to have a reunion, if not meeting, if not let's rebuild something. This is not actually a very flashy intention. Uh, they are like low key, they move very carefully, very practically, and like they have the eyes on that um, process, and if this process will actually bring things back together for them. You are very defensive, Pisces, very much motivated by, I'm not gonna repeat the past pain, but their energy is more of like motivated by reunion or repair, I feel. So, okay, now Pisces, what does this person feel about you? Okay, this is about you. They feel about you 10 of Wands and Falsita. What do you feel about them? What do you feel about this person? Pisces, we have a reverse Six of Swords with Illadro reversed. Okay, now what do they feel about you? They feel 10 of Wands. They feel the weight of this connection. There is some kind of a burden in them, some responsibility, some uh, some effort, I would say. But this 10 of Wands is clarified by falsita, which there is a cat image there. Falsita is about falseness. So there is a mistrust and some suspicion, and even maybe this fear of being deceived. This connection feels heavy. So their feelings, I think, aren't that straightforward. They feel burdened because they don't know if they can fully trust what is really between you and them. It's like saying this connection matters, but is it safe? Is it true? Their feelings are heavy. It's heavy. And I think it has come to some kind of a final stage, like it has reached some kind of a peak point where they are questioning the safety of this connection between you and them. On the other hand, what do you feel about them? You feel maybe you can't fully move on yet. You feel like something has been taken from you, or you prevented this thing to taken from you. Something is keeping pulling you back. Just a sec. To this connection, maybe, like watching this video itself, even. But the thing is, actually, in Ladra reverse, you sense mistrust as well. But you have learned to guard yourself. That's why you are maybe moving fast. You don't want to get caught. You are no longer willing to drain or deceive. Okay? Though you don't want to stay stuck, but you also, a part of you, Pisces, is a bit hard time detaching completely. Okay? If you say, no, Karo, I'm completely detached, even in the spiritual sense, then this may not be your reading, but it may be the reading of Pisces friends out there who has this a little bit conflicted feeling, who doesn't want to stay stuck, but also you cannot detach completely. Okay, so I think in general they feel the connection is burdensome. Um, you are more about caught between mistrust and also having this inability to fully let go. But they have also, I think, um, is this connection something I can trust? This is what I get from this. They are very much burdened by doubt. They're very questioning authenticity of the connection. Was it real from the very beginning, kind of thing? Okay, so let's find out now what you need, Pisces. What you need. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive to special children. Doesn't have to be indigo or crystal, but special children, let's say, or children with special needs. And as tarot cards, you have the King of Swords to what you need position. And King of Swords is clarified by stanza. And what they need Queen of Swords clarified by La Leggerezza. Wow, you have the King of Swords, they have the Queen of Swords, and healthy lifestyle. The oracle says, Archangel Raphael, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep and exercise regularly for optimal health. It seems they need some lifestyle changes. But I want to now discuss these a bit because both of you has the court cards here. What you need is, I think, very simple to notice. You need clarity, King of Swords, and you need honesty, which can take place in a private room, in a private meeting. And you need a very decisive communication. You need that truthful one-on-one dialogue. Because why? Bonding with children comes when our soul needs that authenticity, that nurturing, and protecting the vulnerable. That's what your soul needs. Of course, it can be sometimes the children, but it can be also your own inner child. So this October, you need to insist on the truth. But also, there is this need to safeguard gentleness and honesty in your bounds. They need clarity too, exactly, with the Queen of Swords. They also need that, but they need a more lighter and freer form. They need boundaries, they need clear thinking, and they need wisdom to cut through illusions. Their deeper need is more about releasing the heaviness and living more freely, joyfully. And the guidance archangel guidance confirms that, because they need to take better care of themselves and they need to lighten their load, and they need to create healthy rhythms in their life. So you need a more serious, more private and truthful conversation, and it needs to root itself in compassion, protection. But their need is more of like lightness, freedom, that healthier self-care. Um, they need a clarity that does not really feel harsh, let's say. And this King of Swords and Queen of Swords energy is very mirroring, because I think this connection is karmically, it's karmically calling both of you to face truth. But where you want that depth in a private room, they want clarity with that la leggerezza, that freedom to breathe. So it needs a bit adjustment there. So next positions, okay, one of the most important position in the spread, your next move. Your next move, Three of Wands and La Nemica. Their next move, Ace of Wands and Dottore. Ace of Wands and Dottore. Okay, the doctor. So your next move. This really sounds like a move, Three of Wands. Okay, Pisces. So you are, it seems, planning and you are anticipating the future. There is a futuristic element in your next move. But Lanemika is more about caution, suspicion, and also saying that I am aware I have hidden rivals and this can be a third person, maybe a threat that can come from a third person. So your actions will be in a way to reduce that or to keep your distance from the threats, um, keeping your distance, staying away from threats. But while doing so, you're gonna scan the horizon. You are not absolutely rushing in here. You are very alert, actually. Your next move is very alert. You are preparing yourself, you are watching, but you are not likely to walk blindly to into the danger. Okay, so hidden rivals, third party influence, you are absolutely so much aware of that. So your next move is definitely not a random one. It's more about like observation and like seeing, if there is something, a threat, you can eliminate that or make preparations. Their next move is the Ace of Wands and Dottore. Now, this person, Pisces, I think they bring some initiative. They definitely bring the fire. Um, if you have a particular expertise around something, they may want some kind of a second thought from you, by the way, but for excuse, I think. Um, because their approach will be very rational, like this clinical approach. They will throw out something new there and like connect to like a measured, let's say, move. Like they need your advice as a second thought, but actually it seems professional, but deep down they are initiating something, or they spark something new and take this very much reasonable steps, maybe like talking, they analyze, or they bring some kind of a prescription for a particular situation. They ask this prescription from you, symbolically speaking. So their passion is very much controlled by the intellect. Uh, it's like you control yourself. You go with like what makes sense. Otherwise, Ace of Wands is, it's a very fiery card. Like there is no control. But there is their desire here is filtered through what makes sense. So this can be approach, of course, but it's good to know. Like it's very different when you wanna hold back and protect yourself, like scanning the deception, before stepping anything. But they are like more about, okay, let me try to ignite something fresh, but I'm gonna do it in a very controlled and rational action. So there is absolutely some difference there. Okay, now let's talk about your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears in this reading comes with the strength and La Fedelta, fidelity card. Their hopes and fears, Seven of Swords, with Giovanni Fanciulla. Okay. Okay. Your hopes and fears, strength and la fedeltà. Um, I mean, deep down, you have these values. I see you actually very much, I want to be self-controlled in this. And I want to show that loyalty for myself. I want to show that consistency. I don't want to lose myself. This is also trust. So I think this is more about like in case of their Ace of Wands, your hope is like to master your impulses, like you may have that invisible connection or bound, even you cut it, but something has been lived, right? You keep things like maybe steady, like with patience. Um, or um, or loyalty can be tested. Maybe you will need to hold back too much of yourself to keep things balanced. You long for faithfulness, but you also fear from disloyalty, or maybe you fear from weakness in the bond. But this is, I think, more about you don't want to lose yourself and you want to control your impulses there. On the other hand, now their hopes and fears, I think it's very interesting. They actually fear from the deception and immaturity. Seven of Swords energy, secrets, half truths, strategy. And this is all tied up to something inexperienced and naive, like tied up to something not being really ready. So their hope is like to navigate carefully, strategically, in order to maybe avoid betrayal. I mean, there is a strategy that they wanna progress with, but their fear is how to say, there is someone or like something which is too naive or like unprepared. And when you have that energy, naive, unprepared, to handle the connection honestly, how would you do the strategy? So it's like they hope to kind of navigate cleverly, and they, while doing so, they fear of a immaturity of a maybe a younger person, dishonesty, or how to say, I will strategize this, but um I also fear from someone else's immature behavior to distract that navigation. I think both sides are haunted by the mistrust. So you are holding on to trust and loyalty. They are watching for deception and readiness energy we have. Oh, okay. Like really, it's like a movie scene, this one. And okay, now let's go for the next messages. Next messages, forces in between you, forces at work. Eight of Swords, clarified by Mercante, and relationship outcome, which is where the forces are leading up to. The forces are leading leading up to the devil, clarified by Bambino. Oh my god. Woo, Pisces. Okay. Oh, okay. The forces in between you, unfortunately, feels very trapped and transactional. This bound feels very trapped, and this is the merchant card. It's transactional. There is a restriction and this sense of being stuck. Uh, the energy cannot make people move freely. And there is a layer of negotiation, exchange. um Unfortunately, also the devil gives me that energy, what I can get out of this. So what binds you right now in terms of forces, I think a limitation and calculation, the connection itself. So both sides are very cautious from the very beginning, and maybe they have something to take from you because they are the ones who were in that reconciliation energy. Both sides are, I think, very cautious. Maybe they are weighing the costs, but they are not moving openly here. It feels like a business negotiation inside a emotional connection. And that's why the outcome is the devil and the bambino. I feel like this energy is leading up to a cycle. By the way, this was maybe not in the beginning of the relationship, but now there is a bound here which may lead to, which may, by the way, because why do we do these readings? So you can navigate accordingly. This does not say you will be in that position and you will be just stuck there. We do these readings so you can know what is coming ahead and move accordingly. Okay? So the devil is an attachment, guys, and it's a temptation card. It can be obsession. There is a new cycle, but it's going to begin with dependency. It's gonna begin with control and some unfinished, maybe karmic ties. Unfortunately, the outcome is not freedom with this person. Uh, it feels like a new start, but it still carries the weight of unhealthy entanglement. It may feel also like very exciting, but I think it comes with the strings attached. Uh, you are guarded in this and you are suspicious in this and you crave loyalty, but they are cautious, they are practical and also mistrusting. So, stuck negotiations, um, it's like both of you are waiting for the other to prove value before moving. However, the devil's grip, okay, yes, that is a new cycle. I think devil is a new cycle, but it contains lingering power struggles, attachments, obsessions, karmic lessons. Okay, I think Pisces, in your one-on-one relationships, this month is less about freedom. It is more about confronting with what binds you and to decide if this new beginning is worth the chains that come with it. Okay, my friends, I hope you find the reading informative, Pisces. This is a very comprehensive spread again, and I offer it as a private reading option, which is very different than my public live streams. So if you are considering one, please let me know. We can also tailor it for you, add other adjustments and cards and decks. The information is at the description box below. Just let me know. Join me also in my collective readings that I'm gonna pop time to time. Would love to see you in that show of collective flow reads, or maybe we can say collective wave. I haven't decided yet. And yeah, thank you so much. Please take care, my friends. Bye bye.